In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Dear brethren, we have some organ today to celebrate St. Thomas Aquinas, March 7th. In the traditional calendar is the feast of this great confessor and doctor of the Church. St. Thomas, the son of the Count of Aquinas and of Theodora of Naples in the south of Italy, was at the age of 5 committed to the care of the Benedictine monks of Monte Cassino. It was a tradition for some monastic orders to educate the children, young children, in a kind of a boarding school before the legate. So he was educated by monks at the age of 5. And as a young man, he determined, in spite of family opposition, to enter the order of St. Dominic. It was a new order at that time. It is still, supposedly, an order of mendicants. So those who enter this order still make vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And since he was the son of a noble family, his parents were ashamed that this talented young man entered an order of beggars. On this occasion, he so completely conquered the demon of impurity. He cast out the seductress sent by his brothers in the castle. He cast her out with a kind of burning stick. But from this moment on, he was never tempted. He was free, exempt from all temptation of concupiscence. So there he was free to consecrate all his time to studies. Does not mean he had no other temptations, like the spiritual desolations or spiritual temptations, but not of the flesh. Some people say he would like to eat because he was obese, but it's not because he would eat too much. Obesity is not always because you eat too much. It's kind of a disease. But he was a good religious. He's a saint. He wasn't a greedy person. His intelligence, aided by a supernatural light, henceforth sounded the depth of divine mysteries. He would always ask our Lord to teach him the truth. Once he had a question, he would go to the altar and open the door of the tabernacle and put his head in the tabernacle to ask Jesus lies of the truth. Wherefore, the Church, comparing him to the spirits of the blessed, as much as his innocence and as for his genius, awarded him the title of angelic doctor. Angelic doctor. Also because he spoke or he wrote so beautifully about the angels. And also because of the elevation of his doctrine and the purity of his heart, body, and soul. A light of the world, as today's Gospel reminds us. His teaching is such a faithful echo of the words of true doctrine of Christ that the Council of Trent, the famous Council of Counter-Reformation in the 16th century, the Council of Trent placed the Summa Theologica, the theological Summa, next to the Bible, just two books. in their sessions, in the hall of sessions, the Summa Theologica and the Bible. He died in the Cistercian monastery of Fossa Nueva in Campania on his way to the Council of Lyon in France on March 7, 1274. Leo XIII, the great pope of the late 19th century, by letters apostolic declared him the patron of all Catholic schools. And it's not known enough. Our Catholic school, still Catholic, is a patron of all Catholic schools. At this season, when we start the Lenten season, when the liturgy recalls the public ministry of Jesus, let us ask St. Thomas so to penetrate us with a spirit of penance, that we may have a clear vision of the teachings of the Master and put them into practice as he did. St. Thomas is known in his doctrine for his moral theology. You know, there are maybe some different schools. Some insist on the commandments of God. Thou shalt not do that, so or so. St. Thomas takes a different side and insists on the moral of virtue. It's not just about don't do that, but it's about practice the virtues. And he developed an all like a spiritual mention, with foundation and elevation, spiritual mention of our spiritual organism. The theological virtues, faith, hope, charity, and he developed and on. Faith, hope, charity. And the cardinal virtues, prudence, justice, temperance, fortitude, and the other moral virtues, and the gifts of the Holy Ghost, and the beatitude, and the fruits of the Holy Ghost, are our spiritual organism. You know, I don't know if you do snorkeling. If you do snorkeling, you can snorkel and enjoy the fishes or the turtles. You may not know their names, you just enjoy them. Oh, that's one way to practice our Catholic faith. We practice some virtues. You may know or not know the virtues you practice. But if you are interested, it's better to know. The one who is interested in fishes, in oceanography, likes to learn the names of each animal. What kind of fish, what kind of animal it is. So I invite you, dear brethren, not to be ignorant of your life, of your spiritual life. It's not mandatory, you can take it, you can go to heaven, just practice the virtue. But you make progress because you will be more aware of what's going on in your soul. Practice the virtues. That's our Catholic life. Again, it's not just about don't do that, don't do that. That's very limited. This is the old law. It's still valid, but it's not perfect. Jesus has come not to destroy, but to fulfill, to make perfect. So, study and try to put into practice what St. Thomas Aquinas is teaching us. The practice of all the virtues with the help of the gifts of the Beatitude. And following St. Thomas, we will come closer to Jesus, especially to Jesus in the Holy Eucharist. It was his great love, Jesus is the Holy Eucharist. As you may know, he wrote the office of Corpus Christi. And the beautiful hymn we sing, Tantum Ergo, Tantum Lingua, are all attributed to St. Thomas Aquinas. So let us rejoice today And as you may know also, is the one of patron saint of the Institute, my order, Institute of Christ the King. So you may get today, thank God, the plenary indulgence just by being here and doing the other actions, your confession in the 8 days before or after today, for your communion today, detachment from sins, and prayer for the intention of the Holy Father. That's a great gift. Thanks to St. Thomas. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost.